It's been 20 years, and somehow we're all still in Forks.
Yeah, but this time we've traded high school angst for adult therapy. And better lighting.
I'm Vivian, lifelong Team Edward.
And I'm Anne Margaret, proudly Team Jacob.
And this is Geek Girl Chronicles. The Twilight Saga is officially coming back to theaters this October.
5 movies, 5 nights, 1 sparkly vampire who started it all, and 1 werewolf who definitely deserved better.
It's time to relive the awkward lab meet cute, the thunderstorm baseball game, and that sparkling stare that launched 1,000 crushes.
Please, the only thing that launched was Jacob's biceps. Be honest, Viv, half of us were secretly rooting for him the whole time.
Oh, please. Edward may sparkle, but he's a gentleman and a mind reader.
And Jacob's a loyal best friend who doesn't need therapy to communicate.
Either way, Forks is calling, and we're so answering. Let's rewind to 2008. Bella Swan moves to Forks, aka the rainiest, gloomiest town in Washington, and somehow this is where romance with a vampire kicks off.
Right? Like the girl literally shows up to biology class and boom, there's Edward Cullen. Brooding, staring, acting like she smells bad.
And that tension, oof, it only gets juicier. I mean, hello, Edward stops a van with his bare hands to save her.
I mean, the man just swatted that car away like it was a raindrop.
But you know what moment I can't get over? The first kiss in the woods. The tension, the close-up, the MTV award win. Ugh, pure cinema.
Yeah, pure cinema. And pure awkwardness, but in a super campy way.
And the baseball game? Iconic. The music, the slow-mo runs, vampires casually smashing baseballs into orbit.
Hashtag Twilight Baseball will never not be funny. I mean, the Cullens really said, forget football, we're supercharged MLB players now.
And just when we thought Bella and Edward's love story was forever sealed,
enter New Moon, aka the movie that gave us a whole new reason to scream at the screen. Jacob Black.
But Bella's happily ever after takes a nosedive in New Moon. Edward decides he's too dangerous and pieces out, leaving Bella in a puddle of teenage heartbreak.
Yeah, and then she sits in that chair for months while the camera spins to show the seasons changing. Like, girl, breakups hurt, but 4 months of staring out a window? That's not healing, that's Netflix buffering. My inner sad girl does love that scene though. Don't judge me.
I won't. But then enter Jacob Black. Childhood bestie turned abs on legs. The garage, the bikes, the smile. Hello, hot werewolf with abs.
I heard that he gained like 30 pounds between the films to prepare because they were considering a recast. The second he takes his shirt off, Bella forgets how to cry. Like, sis went from heartbreak to thirst real quick. We get it, girl.
Where the hell have you been, Loca?
And Jacob's wolf transformation? Epic. The first time he turns into that massive wolf, you just know he's officially her knight in furry armor. I really liked the special effects with the wolves, but when you see behind the scenes photos with the cardboard cutouts of wolves, it's super funny.
I totally forgot about that. But hey, that's better than the tennis ball some actors have to work with.
True.
And we can't forget Bella's cliff jump stunt. Like, did she really decide, Edward dumped me, better swan dive off a cliff? Yeesh.
And then, the Italy rescue. Edward's about to step into the sun, all sparkly and tragic, and Bella runs in what feels like slow-mo to stop him. Classic.
Oh, and for a second he thinks he's died and gone to heaven because now he's holding her. Très romantic.
After the near-death experience with the Volturi in Italy, Edward comes back, Jacob's still around, Bella's heart is basically doing gymnastics, and you just know things are about to get messy.
Messy? Try Eclipse. Move over the summer I turned pretty stands. This is the OG love triangle. Sparkles, abs, and a vampire army? Buckle up.
Eclipse is basically a love triangle gone wild. Bella's heart is split between broody Edward and abs for days Jacob.
Yeah, on one side we've got sparkly collared shirt. On the other, a leather jacket wolf boy. The question is, who wore it better?
The campfire scene with Sam telling the prophecy, wolves, legends, destiny, it's very mystical.
And that snowy tent scene, iconic. Jacob cuddling Bella to keep her warm while Edward just sits there fuming.
And we can't forget Jacob's savage line, I am hotter than you when Bella is basically freezing to death. Sir, pause the audacity.
As a member of Team Jacob, I loved that part. And then finally, the meadow battle. Vampires and werewolves teaming up to destroy Victoria's newborn army.
After all the chaos, supernatural creatures, and love triangle drama, Bella finally makes her choice.
And that choice is a wedding. Yep, we're finally here, people. Breaking Dawn Part 1, aka Twilight Goes Full Bridal Magazine.
Can we talk about that wedding? Bella in her stunning gown, Edward waiting at the altar, swoon. And that first dance, the soft waltz, the fairy lights, it's straight out of a fantasy.
I loved how they designed the wedding. It was absolutely stunning. Especially the tree trunks as the places to sit and all the flowers.
Then the honeymoon in Brazil, finally. Cute montages, romantic boat rides, and the spicy scene fans had been waiting for.
Yeah, Twilight finally said, this is a honeymoon, not a PG movie. Thank God.
But then, plot twist, Bella's pregnant. Shock, horror, chaos. The wolf pack goes feral, the Cullens panic. It's basically supernatural reality TV.
What are your thoughts on the pregnancy trope, guys? Are you into it?
The special effects of Bella right before she gives birth are wild. They used a life-size Gumby doll to correctly get that traumatic fall right. Yeesh.
And then, drumroll please, the jaw drop moment. Bella survives the birth, and Jacob imprints on her baby, Renesmee. Biggest fandom twist ever.
The moment when the audience collectively goes, wait, what?
Ugh, that was so cringe. I get that she's going to grow up and it's not his fault, but yikes. Hard agree.
After the world's most chaotic wedding and baby drama, we finally get the Bella glow-up of the century in Breaking Dawn Part 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, presenting Bella Swan 2.0, now with 100% more vampire badassery. Her transformation, oh my god. Bella's out here breaking glass, leaping through the forest, and actually stronger than Edward. What did you guys think about her transformation? I love that she's basically Emmett Strong now, but I had such a different vision of how she would look after reading the books. I think I was expecting her to look more the way Kristen Stewart does on the red carpet. Thoughts?
I thought she looked great, but I do think there was some room for improvement in the wardrobe department.
Do you guys agree? Let us know in the comments.
But the real drama builds when the Volturi show up. Red cloaks, spooky eyes, the whole council ready to fight over little Renesmee. Dun dun dun!
That lineup of vampire allies staring each other down, tension thicker than Edward's hair gel.
And then Alice's vision twists. Brutal battle where everyone we love dies, and then, boom, it's just a vision.
Talk about emotional whiplash. I remember being in the theater and everyone freaking out because that wasn't in the books. Incredible directing choice, Bill Condon. That moment stressed me out.
But the ending, beautiful. Bella lowers her mental shield so Edward finally hears her thoughts.
And it was in the meadow. So cute.
And then the cast tribute montage. Ugh, I was a wreck. Everyone's safe, love wins, fade to credits.
Twilight forever. Sparkles, wolves, and all.
Whew, okay. Deep breath. That ending montage? Yeah, I'm still recovering emotionally. But let's zoom out for a second, because Twilight wasn't just a story. It became, well, everything.
Billions of dollars, screaming fangirls, and yeah, the eternal Team Edward or Team Jacob debate that ruined friendships in middle school.
The Twilight Saga raked in over $3.3 billion worldwide. That's not just box office, that's like global obsession. And don't even get me started on the Twihards. The Tumblr fanfics, the Facebook groups, the shirts that literally screamed Team Edward or Team Jacob. Iconic. Even Olivia Rodrigo is rocking Twilight t-shirts now.
And the soundtracks. Twilight's first album debuted at #1 on Billboard. Paramore, Muse, Christina Perri, all forever tied to Bella brooding in forks. Honestly, that moody emo romantic vibe defined a whole generation. Which brings us to today.
Yep, in 2025, the saga is officially coming back to theaters. from October 29th to November 2nd, one movie per night nationwide. Fathom Events is basically giving us a 5-day Twihard festival.
And that's not all. We're talking roundtable chats with Stephanie Meyer, live fan panels, even a Forever Twilight in Forks festival this September. Plus, mark your playlists, vinyl soundtracks, and deluxe anniversary editions dropping too.
Twilight became more than a series. It was and is a lifestyle. And now, it's back. Full circle. Okay, so we've seen the love story, the battles, the sparkles. But what about how the world actually felt about Twilight back then and now?
Oh, you mean the reviews? Because critics were savage.
Yep. Back in 2008, Twilight was basically the punchline of pop culture. Critics called it tweeny trash and roasted the melodrama like it was overcooked popcorn.
The first movie was a punching bag. Spoofs, memes, comedians going in hard. Everyone acted like watching Twilight was a guilty pleasure you had to keep secret.
But here's the thing. While critics dragged it, fans, they devoured it. Every sequel was a blockbuster. Midnight premieres, sold-out theaters, screaming crowds. The fandom was unshakable.
And over time, the tone shifted. By Twilight's 10th anniversary, people started saying, wait a sec, maybe we judged too harshly. Empire magazine even called it a critical reappraisal.
NPR, The Guardian, even academics, actual scholars, now highlight Twilight's role in putting young women's desire and agency at the center of a blockbuster. That's huge. The Guardian even called it an extraordinary feminist legacy.
Bella Swan, not just staring at Edward for hours, but also secretly reshaping female-led cinema. Who knew?
And Catherine Hardwicke, the director of the first film, sums it up perfectly. Twilight captured that first love head rush in a way few films have. And most importantly, it was a film made by the girls, for the girls. Unapologetically so.
Yes, queen. Which brings us to now, because Twilight's not just being rewatched, it's being re-celebrated.
Yep, Lionsgate is rolling out the full saga back in theaters from October 29th through November 2nd, 2025. One film per night, a 5-day fan party. Forks is basically coming alive again.
And that's not all. We've got Stephanie Meyer panels, deluxe 20th anniversary books, vinyl soundtracks, even a Twilight in concert tour with live orchestras. Fans get merch, festivals, midnight vibes, the whole package.
Okay, but we have to ask, are you Team Edward or Team Jacob? Drop it in the comments because we will judge your answer.
And bonus question, what's your fave Twilight quote or meme? The correct answer is, where the hell have you been, Loca? Tell us below.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Geek Girl Chronicles. See you next time.
Bye!